Imagine a sleepy hilltop town in Italy, Perugia. It's a place for students, espresso, and history. But on November 2nd, 2007, that history turned dark. Meredith Kirker, a quiet, studious girl from London, hadn't been seen all morning. Her roommate, an American named Amanda Knox, and Amanda's new Italian boyfriend, Raffaele Sollecito, were standing outside the front door of their cottage. They looked panicked. The door was locked from the inside. Blood was smeared in the bathroom. A window was shattered. When the police finally kicked the door in, they found a nightmare. Meredith was under a duvet, her throat cut. The room was a mess of blood and struggle. The thriller begins here. The detectives didn't see a robbery. They saw a stage. Enter Giuliano Mignini, the lead prosecutor. He wasn't looking for fingerprints. He was looking for a story. Mignini was a man obsessed with the occult and grand conspiracies. He looked at Amanda Knox, who was young, beautiful, and acting strangely by doing yoga stretches and kissing her boyfriend in front of the crime scene. And he decided she's the one. Mignini created a cast of characters for his drama. The femme fatale, Amanda Knox. The submissive accomplice, Raffaele Sollecito. The innocent victim, Meredith. The police dragged Amanda and Raffaele into a small, windowless interrogation room. For 14 hours, without a lawyer and without food, they pressured Amanda. "We know you were there," they screamed. "Tell us about the ritual." Under the crushing weight of the interrogation, Amanda cracked. She gave them a name, Patrick Lumumba, her boss at a local bar. The police pounced. They had their satanic cult. They had their suspects. Case closed, right? But while the police were celebrating, a real phantom was watching from a distance. Rudy Guetti. Guetti was a drifter, a man known to the local police for breaking into houses through second-story windows, exactly like the one broken at Meredith's cottage. But the police were so focused on Amanda's strange behavior that they ignored the professional burglar in their own backyard. While Amanda and Raffaele were being hauled off to prison in front of flashing cameras, forensic scientists in a quiet lab were finding something that did not fit Mignini's satanic script. They found a bloody handprint on a pillow. They found DNA inside the room and on Meredith's body. The DNA didn't belong to Amanda. It didn't belong to Raffaele. It didn't belong to Patrick Lumumba. It was a 100% match for Rudy Guetti. The thriller hit its peak when the police realized Rudy Guetti had vanished. While they were busy interrogating Amanda about her yoga moves, Guetti had hopped on a train and fled to Germany. The investigators were stuck. They had Rudy Guetti's DNA at the scene, but they had already told the world that Amanda was the mastermind. Instead of admitting they were wrong, they did something even more dramatic. They changed the story. They claimed Rudy Guetti, Amanda, and Raffaele all killed Meredith together while playing a game that went wrong. They tried to force the DNA to fit their fantasy. They claimed a kitchen knife at Raffaele's house had Meredith's DNA on it, but it was so microscopic it was later proven to be just dust and contamination. For 8 years, this crime drama played out in courts. Amanda and Raffaele were convicted, then freed, then convicted again. It was a legal tug-of-war that gripped the entire world. Finally, in 2015, the highest court in Italy blew the whistle. They called the investigation catastrophic. They threw out the convictions of Amanda and Raffaele, declaring there was zero evidence they were ever in that room. The only man who was actually there, a man whose DNA was a silent witness to the truth, Rudy Guetti. He was eventually caught and convicted. This wasn't a movie. It wasn't a satanic ritual. It was a simple, brutal crime committed by a burglar, followed by a tragic failure of the system. The wholesome part of this dark tale? It's the resilience of the truth. Despite the prosecutors, the media circus, and the false confessions, the DNA never lied. Amanda and Raffaele finally got their lives back. And most importantly, The world finally stopped looking at Meredith Kirker as a character and started remembering her as the vibrant, innocent woman she truly was. The shadow over Perugia finally lifted. The nightmare was over. Subscribe to the Black Box Files to join the quest for truth and more happenings like this.